Greetings, everyone. Today, I'll be spoiling the 2022 film, Deus. In the distant future, Earth is on the brink of collapse. On top of ecological disasters, a strange phenomenon has occurred. A massive, black, spherical object has appeared near Mars. 6 astronauts are sent on a spaceship called the Akilis to investigate. After 8 months in hibernation, during which the captain, Kara, constantly dreams of her daughter and mother who died 2 years earlier in a car accident, they awaken 8 hours before reaching the object. They hold a meeting with Commander Pao, who informs them that the ship's AI cannot collect any data about the sphere. They then contact Win, the project head, who tells them that people on Earth are waiting for answers and that they must complete the mission. After the meeting, Kara begins to hear her mother's voice in the corridor. A similar thing happens to Reuben, who is startled by eerie whispers in his room. When Kara returns to her room, Win video calls her, concerned because Kara didn't look well during the meeting. Suddenly, the AI announces that the sphere is causing a disturbance to the ship. Anxious, Kara goes to the upper deck to check and sees the mysterious sphere shooting a bright beam at the ship. When all the crew gathers, they hear a strange sound from the sphere. After analysis, the sound is a repeated message saying the word, Deus, which is Latin for God. This event makes Kara more paranoid and she wants to stop the mission until the AI fixes the communication system. However, Commander Pao insists that the mission must continue. Shortly after, Kara finds Reuben crying in terror in the corridor. He believes the beam is punishment from God and he knows it because of the voices constantly in his head. The rest of the crew, including On, then analyzes the possible theories. On thinks it's his duty to find out what the sphere is. If it were aliens wanting to cause chaos, they would simply blow it up. As the ship approaches the sphere, Kara and Reuben hear the voices again. A concerned On takes Kara back to her room, where Kara talks about the headaches she's had since the car accident, but she doesn't mention the voices. Their conversation is interrupted when Tess arrives and reports that Reuben has disappeared. They split up to find him. Tess goes to the cargo bay and finds a horrifying sight, Reuben performing some sort of ritual. Tess's scream brings the others, but it's too late. Tess lies covered in blood with her internal organs removed. Suddenly, Kara is taken hostage by Reuben, who begins speaking gibberish. He says they have been freed from sin and will die if they disturb the sphere. Reuben also says that Pao is hiding something. Suddenly, Pao appears from behind and shoots Reuben dead. On then moves both bodies. Although the situation seems calm, Kara cannot ignore what Reuben said before he died. She talks to Pao one-on-one, scolding him for acting as if nothing happened, even though 2 crew members just died. Pao reminds Kara that the mission must be completed, whether she likes it or not. Meanwhile, On chooses to store the bodies in the hibernation pods, not in body bags. The mission continues. 3 hours before the ship lands, they use a smaller vessel. Kara sees some structures but cannot make sense of them. As the ship lands, all communication systems are restored. They receive a call from Win, who reports that there are 10,000 unknown structures on the mysterious sphere, similar to strange phenomena on Earth. Win believes that this sphere is the cause behind all the disasters on Earth and he wants the remaining crew to solve the mystery immediately. All the crew members quickly don their space suits and exit the ship, with Pao monitoring them via camera. Kara begins scanning the area and concludes that the sphere is made of elements never found on Earth. The structures Kara saw earlier turn out to be entrances. As a bright light appears, the crew hears strange sounds, and Pao on the ship receives a signal from the light. The signal takes the form of a woman who appears in the middle of the doorway. The woman sends a message through thought, which the AI translates. The being claims to be a representative of the creator of existence. The creator offers humanity a choice. Those who enter these door-like structures will find eternal peace, while those who choose another path will be destroyed when the sphere collides with Earth. The Creator chooses Kara as the representative of eternity, and she must convey her experience to the people on Earth. The woman transforms into Kara's mother, who says there is someone waiting for her inside. Kara seems hypnotized and walks into the light, where she sees her mother and daughter smiling happily. However, Kara is startled and wakes up on the ship. The conspiracy is revealed. On tells Kara that after exiting the door, she could barely stand, so On brought her back to the ship. Meanwhile, Sean, who was with her, fell into the structure and couldn't get back. Suddenly, Wynn contacts them and asks for details of what happened. Kara talks about the golden city she saw, but doesn't mention her encounter with her family. After the call ends, Kara asks about Sean's death. On claims Sean's suit was leaking and he ran out of oxygen. Kara doesn't believe it and remains suspicious. On then asks Kara again in a place without cameras, and Kara finally admits to seeing her deceased mother and daughter. However, she doesn't trust Wynn and Pow, and refuses to tell them anything because she feels they are hiding something. Later, Pow asks On what Kara said, and On lies, saying Kara said nothing. The ship then reports that they must prepare for hibernation. Kara immediately takes a knife and inspects Sean's suit. Her suspicion is proven correct. There is no damage to the suit. Kara quietly enters Pow's room to find the truth, unaware that Pow is watching everything through the camera. Pow sends On to confront Kara. Kara finds a gun and some documents. Before she can read them, On enters. Kara threatens him with the gun to buy time to read the secret documents. Kara discovers that On is a former eco-soldier. On admits it, but says he left the job a long time ago and knows nothing about the sphere. Kara then points her gun at Pow, saying that betrayal must be punished by death. Kara also reveals that Sean was shot dead and she believes it was On's order from Pow. A daring act. Amid the tension, Wynn interrupts. He tells Kara that everyone on Earth considers her the Kara from heaven, because she broadcast a recording of the sphere's condition, which has become humanity's hope. Thousands of people are gathering to go there. Wynn's words surprise Kara, and she loses focus on Pow. Pow takes this opportunity to attack her. They fight until Kara manages to shoot Pow. Although Pow is dead, Kara is also wounded. She points her gun at On, who finally admits to killing Sean on Pow's orders. He was supposed to kill Kara too, but he saved her because he wanted to know what Kara saw inside the sphere. Kara decides to return to the sphere, but it's not easy because Wynn controls all of the ship's systems. However, On has a code that can override the AI, but they will have to reduce the ship's weight and lose all propulsion systems. As a result, they will arrive back on Earth 5 years later. On also has a backup plan. Kara contacts Wynn again and is certain that the entire story about the sphere is a lie. She threatens to destroy it if Wynn doesn't tell her the truth. Wynn finally agrees and opens a secret file. The file shows the production process of the elements Kara saw earlier. Wynn admits that he himself created the sphere using these elements to solve the problem of overpopulation. He plans to eliminate 15 billion people. In fact, there is no punishment or God, and the sphere cannot destroy Earth. It's just a trick to encourage citizens to go to their own deaths. When people pass through the doors, they will feel like they are in heaven, which is actually a peaceful death. Kara is still confused as to why she could hear the voices of her family. Wynn admits that he implanted a chip in Kara's head 2 years ago and everything that happened was part of the mission. He regrets being the reason Kara lost her mother and daughter. On then contacts them, saying he has taken control of the ship's control panel. Knowing they plan to destroy the sphere, Wynn orders the AI to automatically self-destruct the ship in 3 minutes. Kara is furious and shoots at Wynn, but it's useless because it's only a hologram. With limited time, Kara asks On for the code to release the emergency craft. However, On is trapped in the cargo lift and cannot get back to the deck in time. On tells Kara to go first as his chances of survival are close to zero. As time runs out, the ship begins to fall apart. Kara escapes and watches the Akilis disintegrate before her eyes. Suddenly, she is contacted by On, who is still alive. The ship did not completely explode. They both celebrate their survival and